There is no greater pastime in American history than sport. And for the state of Texas, that is doubly so. Deep in the central deserts, there is a small town called San Saba. It has just over 3,000 residents, a high school, a Dairy Queen, and a local sub shop. It has never won a football championship, and usually finishes its football season with a losing record. If people wanted to go see a winning record, they would travel the hour or so to Austin. However, in the 2017 season, it actually looks like they may have a chance to win. Behind the arm of talented starting quarterback Brody Johnson, selfish yet well-meaning wide receiver Chet Brady, and the mediocrely talented yet an injury-prone running back Jared Harris, they've managed to pull themselves to a 5-4 record. Now, as the final game of the season approaches, they have one last shot at becoming playoff contenders. Today on a roll, we are going to play a homebrew system developed by myself called Sports Boys, which is about playing the life and times of student athletes. This game is set in Texas, and for this game I will be joined by my two regular co-hosts, Caitlin and Alex, as well as guest contributor and Silver Crow regular James. Hello to all of you.
There's nobody here.
Okay. So, would you like to tell me about your Sports Boys?
No.
I'm good. Let's just...
You insulted him. You are not worthy of getting to know Jared.
I'd like to point out, to stay silent for that speech, I had to write down one-liners instead of saying them. That was how strong it was. Just...
I feel like you have a problem.
I definitely do.
He does.
We should make you play a mime next time.
No, you know in Werewolf where they make you mute? I just downloaded a text-to-speech app.
Wow, I would kill you.
So Sports Boys, huh? How's that work?
Okay, Caitlin, can you tell me about your Sports Boy, please?
Jared doesn't massively care about things. He just he's there because he's legally required to be there. He's not the smartest guy, but he gets by a lot better than some people. He mostly gets by charming people and then leaving briskly before they notice. He's very likely to get injured, but he can run the length of a field and back rather than only be able to throw a ball once. Like some people. Cough. Cough. Derek.
Derek!
Speaking of, James, why don't you tell us about Derek Robinson?
Derek is super popular, super charming, super chill, and has no idea why. He is as dumb as not as a brick. Bricks have purpose. He's just kind of like, he has no idea what's going on or why he's here, but he's chill. It's cool. He's really talented, but he always gets injured, so
What's the other problem with him, James, as a sports athlete?
He gets... Oh, and he has very little commitment. Cause he just
No, the other thing,
Right?
James.
He has no stamina.
Exactly. He's very talented. He's never seen out a game of regulation football.
He doesn't really want to play sport. He just kind of walked past, and the coach is like, "Hey, Derek." He's like, "Hi," and then he ended up being quarterback. He didn't try for it. It just happened, and now he's
Good.
And now he doesn't want to disappoint anyone.
And everyone quietly resents him.
And finally, Alex, would you like to tell us about Chet Brady?
Chet just wants to go to an Ivy League school and study literature and become a poet. That's all he wants to do. He doesn't really want to play sport. He's very commitment. He's also not particularly street smarts wise. He doesn't have any, so he stumbles over social interactions and stuff.
Out of curiosity, what's everyone's academia and street smarts? Because I'm pretty sure we've got a problem here.
My academia is 5, and my street smarts is
4.
1.
Okay.
4 and 2.
Okay, I've got 0 and 0, so we're a bunch of idiots.
So I just want to point out that when I sent these guys like the instructions to make sports boys, I didn't realize they were all going to allow their hatred for sports to bleed into it, and all of them make sports boys who didn't actually want to be sports boys.
I never said Derek didn't want to be sports boy. He's just doing it because he was told to.
I don't hate sport. Like I was on a football team consistently for like about a decade of my life. So I have the loyalty. When I made him, I really didn't care that day, and this is what happens.
I love sport.
I was about to make a very inappropriate joke about Alex.
No.
Um.
Bad.
So, just a quick overview of the system for the people at home. It's a dice pool system, meaning that they don't just roll a singular dice; they roll a collection of dice. And it's very free flowing, so it's about the dialogue that the players establish with the DM, which is me. So it is Monday morning. It's about 8:15, and
Sorry.
very in character. But the coach, Coach Taylor, has. Alex, I'm trying to record a podcast.
I want to know this joke.
And Coach Taylor has called all of you in for the start of the week team meeting. So, given that all of you have ridiculously low commitment stats apart from James,
My commitment's 1.
Huh?
My commitment's 1.
Oh god, all of you have really low commitment stats. Do any of you
My
actually?
commitment's also 1.
Do any of you actually show up for the team meeting?
Do I have to roll
Chet
to
shows
show
up,
up?
but like half an hour late.
Derek intends to miss it and ends up being half an hour early.
Derek, okay, and sorry, Caitlin, what about Jared?
Jared's there, but only because he got dropped off at school early, so he was like, meh.
Okay, so can I make it that Jared has like a really bookish younger sister in like middle school?
Yeah.
And
She
so
wants to go to book club.
yeah, and so well, his sister goes to academic breakfast. So like the breakfast, the cheap breakfast provided by the school, which is also just for dumb nerds who like mathathon and stuff.
Yeah, so he has to drop her off.
Jared's mum has on the back of like the pickup truck has a sticker that says my son is an athlete, my daughter is a mathlete.
And Jared wants to run away and die.
Psst, Jared.
Chet points at it and laughs whenever he sees it. Like,
Jared.
What?
Did we have homework for this?
It's fucking sports.
Did we have homework for this?
You don't get sport homework.
I didn't know. What if we did, though? What if we did? We would all be in
Then I'd hit
detention.
you with it.
And then we'd have to stay before and after school. That would be really bad.
You're an idiot.
Well, I will point out that Derek's panic is slightly reasonable, given that the Derek hasn't played since week 1 of this season. We're now coming up to week 10 of the season.
oh
Who
God.
even are you?
Because, yeah, will you guys actually know Derek? Because he's played 10...
We'll know him from, like, the corridors.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Derek is really popular. Everyone knows Derek.
Chet makes it his mission not to know Derek.
What's your popularity, James?
7.
Mine's 4.
Yeah.
Mine's 3.
Yeah, you're goddamn right it is.
Yeah, but you're
At least
also...
I'm gonna go to uni and not become a wastrel like you.
I really hope you don't get in now, because your character seems like a dick.
I like you. I like you, kid. You got spunk punches on.
Chet just rolls his eyes. Like, not me.
So Coach Taylor's like, it's now 9:15. Class started 15 minutes ago technically, but I guess we had to wait for the one person on this team who actually plays. So
Oi! I play.
True, yeah, I guess. But
Bitch.
so this well done for winning on Friday night. Real proud of you, lads.
Yeah,
Real
no thanks
proud
to
of you.
some people.
Well, no, that's
Sorry,
true.
Derek.
That's true.
Is that aimed at me or is that aimed at Derek?
Who do you think?
I passed out water bottles in orange fields.
Yeah,
Oh.
Derek.
Can you just pass out in general, Derek?
Derek, we've been meaning
Yeah.
to talk to you about that. You can't
High
just
five check.
you can't just pass out the orange peels. You actually have to pass out the orange fruit. You can't just pass out the peel to people.
It's because he's a moron, coach.
Yeah, but he's really good at throwing the football when he's not injured, so we have to kind of put up with
When
him.
he's not injured.
He's always injured.
They say I've got the arm of a Greek god and the brain of someone who's just been smited by a Greek god.
They don't say that. This is Texas. We don't put up with that Ponzi shit.
Actual god, then. The one true.
So yeah, so we're 5-4, which is pretty damn good, lads. But
Yay.
Hamilton is also 5-4, and unfortunately, as you know, they beat us in week 4. So
Maybe
this,
because they have a quarterback that actually plays.
hey, do step off, Brody. Brody is a good player. Brody Johnson, who is the starting quarterback, is like genuinely good. He's the sort of guy who is gonna, go to Alabama or USC or Florida State or one of those teams, and he's gonna end up in the NFL in 3 years' time.
Can Brody be my friend?
Brody is definitely your friend.
Yay, Brody and Jared.
I can't remember what happened.
Jared.
So we really do need to get a win. This will be the first time in 15 years we've been to the playoffs if we win on Friday.
No pressure.
Other notices, giving you guys a day off practice today because something about getting the pitch ready for Friday. So no practice tonight.
Good.
The Pep squad is holding a rally on Thursday night. Expect you all to be there.
Oh man, Pep! I love Pep!
I'm sure you do. Can someone explain the concept of Pep to Derek before Thursday?
Bagsy, not me.
Hey, give me a... What's
Brody
that
can do
spell?
it, it's fine.
Armadillo!
Jared, Chet, you're starting on Friday.
Cool.
And I've been told that there are going to be scouts at the game.
Which places?
One note here for you, Jared. I have heard there's going to be another Alabama scout here. USC, Middle Tennessee, Texas A&M, Texas Tech, Rice, Baylor.
Oh, damn,
I
okay.
think some of those were made up.
None of those were made up, Derek. You've really got to learn what the schools in Texas are. I don't know why.
Anyone from out of state?
Well,
Apart from
Alabama,
any
USC.
Ivy League.
Yeah, there is one weird one on there. Feel free to make fun of this one, guys. Apparently, Yale is sending a guy.
What kind of stupid name is Yale? Yale. Oh,
Ivy
man.
League.
Again, Derek, it's a school. God, how have you survived until the age of 18?
It's one of the best Ivy League schools in the country. So
Yeah, but
I
don't.
mean,
I
it's
don't-
probably not worth you knowing the name.
But I don't want to
You'll never
become
go
a
there.
gardener. So like,
Chet, just chill. We all know you want to go there, but he already knows he's a dumbass. Don't rub
also
it in.
Derek is the exact kind of charismatic
You know
and not
what?
aware of his situation that would be perfect for becoming a senator. So like,
I'm
You know.
pretty sure he doesn't know he's that dumb.
I don't think anyone can truly understand how dumb he is. But, you know,
I may not
I
think.
have a concept of it.
maybe you should write a poem about how dumb he is.
You know what? Would be better than being here.
Oh man, I love to hear
I mean,
your
everything's
poems.
better than being here.
You're so good at
I'm
writing.
literally just here because my sister wanted to come in this morning.
And I'm just here because my dad forced me to be.
I've been here since 6 a.m.
You need
Yeah,
a life, mate.
about that, Derek, the janitors have asked me, the custodial staff have asked me to tell you to please stop turning up at 6 a.m. and then phoning their houses to confirm the school is actually open this morning.
It always
Oh.
helps to be prepared.
Yeah, but they do not want you to be calling their houses at 6 o'clock in the morning and being like, "Excuse me, sir, is the school open today?" Because it's not open yet.
Jared just kind of puts his heads in his hands, just like, what the
You know-
fuck?
I know the custodial staff, and I know that Julio, he has 4 kids, so he needs his sleep.
Coach, can I go now? I have English first.
Yeah, you run off to your... He kind of checks his nose, he's like,
Bye, chat.
AP
Derek
English
waves.
literature? Yeah, it's a strange course for a football player to be taking, but you enjoy AP literature, I guess?
Yep.
Sure, okay. Does anyone else need reminding of what their class is this morning?
Do I have chemistry?
No, you have maths.
Oh, I wanted chemistry.
You have chemistry after lunch today, but you have maths to start off with.
Jared just walks off really depressed, like, oh, fucking hell.
Excuse me, miss.
I'm a sir. I am very clearly a sir. I have a beard.
Where am I meant to be?
Oh god, let me check. Oh, it says you're also in maths with, I guess, with Jared.
Jared runs
Derek turns
faster.
for a high five.
Jared runs faster than he's ever run on the football field.
Jared's like, no.
Oh, damn, you're too fast to me, but next time, buddy.
There will never be a next time.
Why
Jared
do I like
transfers
him?
math class.
Why do I like him?
Okay, so let's start with Alex and Chet in AP English Literature.
Like a
Oh, it's
bunch
not
of
going to be
fucking
like a
dweebs.
quiz or anything.
No.
Okay, good. I don't actually have to know things. Good.
So you get to English literature, the teacher, Dr. Bloom, is not too happy that you're showing up 25 minutes late. But he knows he can't say anything because you're on the football team.
Oh no.
So I'm going to guess you take the desk right at the front of the class.
Well, first I give him that paper I did for extra credit, obviously.
That definitely, but
Fucking dweeb!
And an apple.
No, just the paper.
yeah, that definitely butters him up. And he's like, oh yeah,
And a leash to
2,000
tie around
words
your
in
neck, you
Ulysses,
fucking
right?
teacher pet.
yeah. I mean, again, Thanks, Chet. Why can't more of you be like Chet? The whole class is
Entirety of
just
the class hates you.
yeah,
Someone
whole
throws
class
a
is just
paper airplane
glaring
at you.
daggers. You know, the weed boys at the back are just like, we're barely scraping a D.
Why can't
And-
we play that RPG?
Half our homework is turned into blunts. So
That's fair. I
so
always
where
try to
where
make
do you
my
sit
paper
in the
blunts.
class?
So it doesn't. So
Let's
I
go
get paper
second row.
cuts.
So you settle down in the second row, you get out your books, you are studying Ulysses. And so he's like, so, as we left off, you know, we were discussing the, we were discussing the, he's kind of struggling as well, he's just like, can someone remind me where we left off? I'm sorry, I had a bit of a, Had to sleep in my car, if I'm honest with you guys. Don't tell anyone, but I had to sleep in the car again.
We were talking about the structural correspondences between the character Leopold Bloom and Odysseus from Homer's Odyssey.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'd rather be talking
I would hate you so much.
I'd rather be talking about the structural correspondence of my marriage with some therapist, but guess I'm going to have to do Ulysses because that's what I'm paid to do. So, open your textbooks to chapter 5, read up to the end of the chapter, and then break off into small groups and discuss what you read.
Everyone immediately moves away from Chet.
Because I'm going to leave another voicemail on my wife's phone. Everyone breaks off into small groups, deliberately avoiding chat. Well, apart from the other super nerds in AP English.
God, Jared's sister would love Chet.
It's canon. They end up dating.
Jared hates Chet because his sister likes him.
His
His
sister has a
sister's
crush.
in middle school.
Has
I'm
a
a
crush.
junior in high school.
His sister has a crush.
Teenage girls are weird.
So some of the English nerds and your friend Chad, who is somehow in AP Lit. You notice the school has quite low standards for what they class as AP students.
Uh-huh.
And so the English students are just kind of burning away, and Chad, who's Chad's quite sad. Because, not sad upset, but he's not good enough to play football. But he loves football. So he's he's the unofficial mascot, so he dresses up in a shitty armadillo costume every Friday night.
I love him.
And you're the only football player who respects him.
Excuse me, Derek respects everyone.
Jared doesn't care.
Jared's away just nailing some cheerleader instead of going to maths. But
He's going to math. His heart is for one person.
and it's the maths teacher.
Derek.
It's not the maths teacher. It's not Derek. Fuck Derek.
You will.
Not in this game.
So Chad's like, so Chat, how was morning meeting today?
Oh, it was fine. It's alright. Same old.
You gonna kick that Hamilton ass on Friday?
Yeah, I guess.
You're not gonna throw away your...
Shut up, James.
Have you heard about Derek? Because I heard Derek's fit enough to play again.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but have you heard? I heard from Mary Peppers, who heard from Clarissa Bennett, who heard from some teacher that she's flirting with to get a better grade, who'd heard from another teacher, who'd heard from Coach Taylor, that Derek fucking bombed his maths paper. But the only reason he got a passing grade is because the teacher likes him so much.
I mean, good for him, I guess.
Yeah, but isn't it unfair, man? How we have to bust our ass here and Derek is just, a human puppy?
I mean, I don't really care, just as long as I get into Yale.
That's fair, but, it sucks that you're not it's just, you need to get all the passes on Friday, man. Cause you need I just want to see my best bud hit that 20 touchdowns this season,
I'm sure I will. I'm not worried. It's just Derek. He's no harm.
True, but he's passing you the ball, so
Yeah. I'm not worried.
so I'm gonna guess you just get down to business in
Yeah,
class.
Chet doesn't really talk in class.
Hands.
Chet
So
does his work.
We'll jump over to maths.
Could I ask?
James. So, Caitlin,
Hi.
when you arrived 25 minutes late to maths, teacher stares at you disapprovingly, does the same thing as Dr. Bloom did, simply because there's nothing you can do. It's a football boy. It's a sports boy.
I am the football boy.
However, there are 2 empty seats in class.
Please tell me they're not next to each other.
Nope, one of them is
Thank
next
fuck.
to Mary Peppers,
Mary Peppers!
and the other is next to, well, it's in between Andy and Amy, who are the school's resident and only goths.
I'm sitting next to Mary Peppers, duh.
Mary gives you like a bashful little smile and a little one-handed wave as you sit down.
Jared waves back awkwardly because he's shit with people.
Ship with people, but he doesn't want to be ship with Mary Peppers.
Exactly.
And she very casually, almost doesn't happen, but she very casually slips you a copy of her homework
Oh my god, my bae.
for the class.
I love her.
Then Derek lumbers in about 10 minutes after you.
Hey!
Teacher doesn't look annoyed at Derek for turning up late.
What's up, Miss Teach? How's the marriage?
It's good, thank you, Derek. If you just want to take your seat.
Hey, Mary, do you mind if I sit next to my boy Jared? We gotta discuss
No.
tactics for the big game.
No, do not, James.
Derek, if you could just take a seat so we could keep going, please.
That's chill. That's fine.
So you squeeze
Jared glares daggers at you.
you squeeze into the desk between Andy and Amy. Both of them have headphones in, and you can hear Fall Out Boy from one side and My Chemical Romance from the other side. It's quite discordant.
Derek is attempting to dance to both at the same time. He's trying to find some sort of dance that gets both of the rhythms. It's not going well.
Okay,
Could I
class.
roll talent for that?
Sure. Give me a talent roll, James.
So how does this is the first roll. How do we so I have 7.
So you roll
seven
7d6 and tell me what the most common number is.
2.
Your dancing is not... It's very energetic. It's not very good. So your little chair desk is scraping quite loudly back and forth in various directions across the floor. And Andy kind of looks over at you and is like, "Oh my god, what
Good
a
song.
fucking preppy." And Amy's like, "Oh my god, yes, such a fucking preppy."
Did they put their middle fingers up at them?
They do put their middle fingers up at him.
You know, you guys have a lot in common. You should hang out.
Such a fucking preppy.
Just saying.
Okay, class. I have the results of your last calculus test.
Oh boy.
And so I'm gonna just distribute these among the class, and she kind of just going round and, giving out the papers. Jared, you get a C minus.
Yeah.
Derek, you get a B plus.
What?
Boom!
Even though you
This is
don't,
bullshit.
even though you don't remember taking the test.
Twig is doing a victory dance. Just in his chair. Just like...
I don't know who Twig
Who the
is,
fuck is
but,
Twig?
but Derek is doing a victory dance.
Yeah, that one.
Fucking favoritism.
Yeah, so Derek is going wild at the back of the class. just absolutely fucking nuts. When Mary leans over to you, Jared. So, are you going to the party on Thursday night?
Who's running it again?
I think it's Clarissa, you know, the head cheerleader.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, I was thinking about going, and then I was like, the cheerleader squad is, like, so fake. So... And
Yeah.
you know how all
Normally
these...
I don't go.
You know how all these parties are, like, you know, they just kind of mince around their families' houses and then they end up in Dairy Queen at 2 o'clock in the morning crying uncontrollably because their boyfriend's not replied to their text in, like, 7 minutes.
You're speaking from experience, son?
No, I've never been to one of those parties. She's, like, bashfully, like, batting her hair out of her face.
Just gentle punch on the shoulder, so she knows I'm joking.
But, like, I was wondering if you were going, because if you were going, then I'd be more interested in going. You know, just as like friends and stuff. But it'd be bearable if, you know, like, you were there.
No, I might go for the start. Like, if it ends up being, like, lame, then I might bail and, like, go chill somewhere in, like, the park or something if you wanted to come.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Like, I might turn up. She's like,
Yeah, just text me if you're not, so
Yeah.
I don't look for you.
yeah, and she's like blushing, like I'm just beaming.
Yes. My little gay heart sings.
Have you heard? Are you involved in what the football players are doing tonight?
I don't think so. I mean, I haven't attended half the meetings, so if they were talking about it, I wasn't there.
Because apparently, because coach has given them the night off from, well, giving you guys the night off from playing.
Yeah, from training.
They're gonna see if they can get into this strip club again.
I can. God.
Well, they reckon that now the school might have a chance of, like, getting into the playoffs. The bouncers might be more lenient with them.
Yeah, I think I'll take a pass on that.
Yeah, that's cool. Like, I wouldn't judge you if you were gonna do it, but, you know, like,
Nah.
I mean, it's kind of weird because, you know, like,
Not really my scene.
it's kind of weird because, like, I know, like, my sister is, like, works there and shit, but no, it's just, like, no judgment, like, beaming even harder.
I love this girl.
So, yeah, so, like, do you want to do something tonight? Like, I don't know, like, do you have to train anyway? Because, like, I know your dad's pretty strict and stuff, but...
I mean, I can tell him I'm going for, like, a run and then go do something else and then run back so it looks like I've been sweating.
That's pretty smart.
I've done it before. Like when the last, I don't know, insert movie title here came out.
The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Best
I-
words to replace.
I went to see Star Wars and then ran back in the rain so it looked like I had been running.
Well, like, you know, like, we could go to, like, Sonic Drive-In or something, like...
Does Derek know about this thing, Benji?
Does Derek know how to work WhatsApp?
I think Derek knows how to work WhatsApp.
Derek will have seen it on the team WhatsApp.
Is Chet in the group?
Chat will also be in the group in the team.
I think we
WhatsApp.
have a second chat that's everyone but Chet.
No,
That really wouldn't surprise me.
no, because Chet is your starting wide receiver, so no, you won't.
You really don't hate Chet.
No,
by the way.
Derek doesn't. I'm just saying, like, you know, I know what it's like to be a nerd.
So yeah, Mary's like, so like we could go to like Sonic Drive-In or somewhere like that.
Yeah?
Sonic Drive-In is a fast
So
food
fucking good.
burger chain with an
so
old
good.
school feel, including a retro drive-in service, which does exist in San Saba, Texas.
This episode brought to you by Sonic. Sonic, it's not what you're thinking.
We are not hedgehogs.
Like, you guys will be pretty regular at Sonic Drive-In because it's like right across the road from the high school.
Chet prefers to frequent the Waffle House, actually.
There is.
Chet just sounds pretentious.
It's the closest Chet can get to a Starbucks.
Chet
There
is
is
a white girl.
no Waffle House in San Saba.
I'm sorry, I can't live there.
You can go to Dairy Queen.
But where am I going to get my corned beef hash at 3 a.m?
I know how to make
Dairy
that.
Queen.
Okay, fine.
Should come round and hang out.
Also, you could probably get something from the unfortunately named Commie's Tacos.
Quality.
So, yeah, your phone finally buzzes because you have a text, Jared,
Yeah.
and it's your dad. And he's like, "Did you make it to the team meeting today?" Period. Question mark.
Oh, God.
Yes, I made it to the team meeting. I'm starting on Friday.
Good. We'll be in the stands. Period. You also
Training with the guy. Yeah, can I be like training with the guys tonight?
Good to hear it. Be the best.
We'll be home late.
Think the best. Be the best. Period.
Be the ball.
Period.
Feel the ball.
Why is
Just
this,
replies K.
why is this guy mentioning menstrual cycles so much?
You do get one text back that says, "Watch that attitude, young man." Period.
Sorry.
You also see that you have 102 WhatsApp notifications since
Are they all Derek?
57 of them are Derek, whose phone is just slowly spewing out question marks.
Derek, why? Derek, what is happening?
Derek's phone is broken because he's not butt dialing, he's just butt WhatsApping. But yes, there has been like 102 messages in the team WhatsApp since the end of the team meeting 25 minutes ago.
Wow.
And yes, it does look like they are planning to try and get into the strip club that night. You see a couple messages like, "Jared bro, you coming?"
Nah, gee, Dad says I've got to train.
Oh, your dad is such a dick.
I know, but like, if we win on Friday, he'll totally let me out and we can do this properly.
The following like 40 messages are just strip club in capital letters.
Males.
I don't understand the point of a club where everyone walks around naked. Where do you
Not
keep
Twitch.
your clothes?
Derek, you're such an R word. Because I'm not going to say it on podcast, but Derek, you are called a number of slurs for people with learning
I'm
difficulties.
always cool. However,
God, why is there such an R word in this team?
Because he has a good bloody arm.
At one point, Derek
Chet
is
just
kicked.
sends back. Chet just sends back. Guys, he's a good player. Let him go.
At one point, Derek is kicked from the group, only
Chet
to be
adds him back.
guys, I think there might have been an accident on your behalf. I was accidentally removed from the group.
Yeah, don't worry, Derek.
Jared
there
just
must have
sends a
been
picture
glitch.
of the trash can with the label Derek on it.
Wow, did you do that in Photoshop? That's really impressive.
Everyone's like, Jared.
Jared.
In the back of the maths class, Jared can just hear from Derek. Jared.
Derek thinks he's saying it quite quietly. No, Derek is just screaming Jared's name over and over.
Jared just talks to his girl.
Alex, I'm going to guess that Chet won't check his phone till he's out of class.
Chet has added Derek back to the WhatsApp group.
Oh, yeah, apologies, yeah. Is Chet going to the strip club?
No. No.
Is Derek going to the strip?
Is Derek going to the strip club?
Nah, he's gonna go back and help his ma and pa with chores.
Okay.
We haven't
So
talked about this. Could it be canon that Derek has, like, a lot of siblings? Like,
Derek
too
has
many?
like 8 siblings.
There we go, okay.
Derek has 8 siblings and 4 foster siblings.
Oh my god.
Because his parents are like,
just can't stop.
well, it's like not many people. Everyone thinks that like Derek lives in like a corrugated iron shack in like the poor part of town. No, Derek lives on like a former plantation.
Oh my god.
Because everyone thinks that Derek is just dumb and poor, but like his parents have got
I'm actually
money.
dumb and rich. Yeah.
Love Derek.
And so, yeah, so you have 8 biological siblings and then 4 temporary foster siblings.
Nice. Derek loves them all equally.
Derek gets genuinely upset when the foster siblings leave because he thinks they've died.
He just... Well, you know, because they say, like, oh, the foster siblings have gone to a new home, but that's what they said about the dog, and he found the dog in the yard a bit later. So, like...
So Derek is, like, well-meaning, but thinks his parents are literally killing children.
He doesn't know how they die, he just knows that they do. He doesn't think... I don't think he thinks his parents are capable of it, he's just a bit scared.
So...